we're working ourselves up to this point, but this has already happened. Man.
They light years ahead of us. Spirit.
Okay.
And behold of every foul spirit, and the cage, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Right. So when this place gets destroyed, you're gonna have the Camaret. You're gonna have more. You're gonna have the different valley type of creatures in this place. Desert creatures.
Yeah, they can only creatures that can only survive in the worst terrain.
Yeah.
Moto dragon.
Yeah, that's what's going to be inhabiting this place. Okay, they showed you that off of Constantine. When Constantine went into that other realm, when he had did the little witchcraft with the black cat, and what happened was it stopped him in time. He went into hell. And hell was America. Okay, it was a city that was burned. That was talking about America. I believe it was New York.
Yeah, cause it was New York.
It was New York.
He was in New York, but when he went into hell, it was the same city where he did the ritual.
Yep. Isaiah 34. Go ahead. You know the point I'm talking about? No. Go into like read verse 11.
This is the book of Isaiah. Oh, yeah, you are. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 11.
Start before 11.
8.
But, 8.
Isaiah 34:8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
For the controversy of Zion. What's the controversy of Zion? We in captivity, being held hostage.
Yep.
We being held ransom. This devil said he is our God. So,
And he's gonna try and brand us with that with the chip. You know. Yeah.
I was going to say, if a man still a man and he be found in his hands, he shall surely be put to death. And that's what the Lord going to find when he come back. You know, we still in captivity.
Verse 9. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof.
Now what's brimstone? Brimstone is when a place is destroyed by fire.
Yep.
That's the what you say, like the aftermath of a building. That when 9/11 happened, that was brimstone at the end of all of that.
Yeah. The stones was actually on fire when they were falling from the sky.
That was brimstone. Ash. Go ahead.
And the land thereof shall become burning pitch.
Burning pitch. Come on, man.
shit.
This is a future prophecy.
Excuse my language.
Go ahead.
America gonna be a skid mark on the world.
Verse 10. It shall not be quenched night or day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever.
See? A long duration of time. It ain't gonna be quenched. You know?
Hey, that fire
You can't
is.
go no war. You can't. All the fighters in the world ain't gonna get this fire out, man. All right?
Hey, it's,
Remember, I was about to say, remember what they do with the California fire? They had them big ass planes and throw all that water. That shit's still burning, man.
hey, they shadows gonna burn into the ground. You gonna see a motherfucking shadow. Nigga screaming like that.
Skid marks on the ground, bro.
You gonna be running.
They showed you that after Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Oh yeah, that's what.
Well, you know what they call them now? They starting to call them infernos.
This shit is real.
Italy, Greece, and I think Albania, they starting to have the same fires that California's having. So it's happening overseas.
Well,
now.
the prophecy
they call
said.
them infernos, which are fire that can't be controlled.
That's what the prophecy says, that it was gonna be fires.
So this is gonna be something that is not gonna be.
We at the end, man. This close, and it's getting really real.
Keep going. Let that ride.
Isaiah 34:10. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever.
See, nobody's gonna get to America again. All right, so you can fuck that movie, the 100. The niggas trying to come down. That ain't happening. Okay, see Esau, so-called white man, okay, he likes to live in a fucking fairy tale. And he used through the witchcraft through his movies. Alright, you ain't gonna make it out of this. Ain't gonna be no escaping this, man. Alright? Facts. Ain't no escaping what's about to come to pass.
Nah, that's reality. Because for all the movies that Esau made, it always end with a fucking happy ending.
Yeah, ain't no fucking happy endings, man. Ain't no kiss the girl to walk off in the sunset. It's not about to happen.
Pulling miracles out his ass. Same.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Independence Day. Both of them. Cherry's kicking your ass the whole time. You gonna pull something out your ass. Oh, we won. Nah, they ain't happening. This is going to be a.
You ain't finna fly into the ships.
And destroy it.
Download a virus. Motherfucker, that's not about to happen.
This is gonna be a
Your
flawless
imagination is great.
This is gonna
That
be
was
a
one hell of a that was a good ass story. You know, it was believable.
But hey, they finna try it.
Man, that sounds
They
good,
said
don't it?
we
gonna get 'em with this
one. Fight each other, fight the Lord. Yeah, they finna try some magnificent some shit. They pull some shit out
Some
of
beautiful shit, my nigga. You know, something great, I guess. This shit ain't about to happen, man. It's not about to happen. You lost.
Right, you gonna have that. I was gonna say you gonna have that one eat about it.
Tell my wife and kids I love them. That's not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen. That ain't how this story ends, man. That's not what's written.
And what do you say?
The Lord wants you to fight, though. The Lord loves a great fight. You know, He's a man of war, so He wants you to fight.
So the reality,
Durst
kick
fight.
y'all in the ass before you know it, it's gonna end horrible.
I'll break my foot off.
Hey man, all that courage gonna go out the window, boy. He gonna have, they gonna have that, like you saying, those dying moments. He gonna have some valor, or you're gonna be valiant all the way up until that point.
Esau gonna
This
have
shit
a
gonna
speech.
leave.
Look, when the chariots come and Yahushua come, Esau gonna try to have a speech.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like a motivational speech in the clouds and shit.
He gonna swallow you.
That's crazy. Because they show you that.
know, you
movie,
swallow your words and
Independence Day, the president, he had the chat talk with
You
everybody.
know how that speech.
We will not go silently.
What those Judas Maccabee speeches? They gonna try to have those speeches.
Oh, man.
It ain't gonna work.
Well, you know, this is a great whore. The Lord gonna break your foot off in her ass. Break my foot off in your ass, woman.
Go ahead.
Put our difference to the side.
Isaiah 34:11. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it.
So that's proving one thing, that it's not gonna actually burn forever. It's gonna burn for a duration of time. Okay? And then when it does, it could be however many years. It don't matter how many. It could be 1,000 years. We don't know.
Well, them generations in the kingdom gonna be long.
Yeah, it's gonna be long. So, but at the end of it all, you're gonna have these rodents and these different beasts gonna be living here. Go ahead.
Noah had kids at what?
And he,
600?
and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion.
The line of confusion. You ain't gonna know what Mississippi is from fucking Pennsylvania. You're not gonna know what Wisconsin is from New York. You know?
And the stones of emptiness. Verse 12. They shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there. And all her princes shall be nothing.
This is the end of it. Alright?
Verse 13. And thorns shall come up in her palaces, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof.
Yep.
And it shall be an habitation of dragons and a court for owls.
You know, like in a movie where the beginning of an old Western movie when the tumbleweeds get to fly. It's gonna be like that, man. Tumbleweed City. Ain't gonna be nothing here. Go ahead.
Verse 14. The wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl also shall rest there, and find for herself a place of rest.
That's it. Let's go back to Revelation 18. You got a precept, go ahead.
Yeah, I got a precept to go with that Revelation 18. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, starting at verse 35, it says, "A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord Yahweh, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon."
Right, who the Chaldeans? Esau, man. What do the Chaldeans known for? Witchcraft. Alright? So the Lord got a sword upon the Chaldeans, the modern day Chaldeans.
The witches of the earth. Hey, the scripture says, "I suffered out of which to live." Well, by what? And you know what? And riches do live. Going back to Spain and England and back in the old world, they actually had to burn witches. You see, they burned witches. They had that left hand power. They show you in the movies. They actually have to burn the witches. So that's what's gonna happen here, because these people is low level witches and warlocks. They don't even know it. It's because it's through a philosophy too. These people is low level witches and warlocks, and they don't even understand it. That's why they gotta get burned up.
Well, it's gonna be a repeat of Jamestown. You know, the Salem, like I
Salem
mentioned,
witchcraft.
Salem witchcraft.
Jamestown completely disappeared, was wiped off the map. You know, this is exactly what's gonna happen to America. It's gonna be wiped off the map without a trace.
Dancing on your
And that sword it's referring to is the noose, you know. It says, "A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men."
Esau tired of us, man. They tired of seeing us out here. They tired of seeing us out here. They tired of walking past the prophets. They actually tired because they don't think that they ain't hearing what we saying and walking off. And then they go and click on their stupid ass YouTube and do this and do that. And then they see,
I just seen these niggas.
Yep.
I just seen these niggas.
because the thing that we saying is actually happening in reality. These Edomites that be going past, we see these faces going back 8 years ago around this motherfucker. Still walking past. But they can still see. They seeing what we've been saying.
They can't even
They getting tired of this shit. Not shit, but they getting tired. That burdensome stuff.
I got something for you.
We'll continue.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 50 and 36. "A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed.
That's the military.
A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her."
The mingled people.
Oh.
That's why it's called Babylon. You know, it's the great melting pot. Where all people together.
I just wanted to hit on a point you just made. It's a mama.
We're just gonna get into the part. You know, just keep reading. It says, "And they shall become as women.
Go ahead.
A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is a land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols."
America known for their images. They other gods, man. Right? So all this gonna get destroyed.
Verse 39.
So all the witchcraft, all the sorcery, the necromancy, all that shit gonna get cast to the side.
It says they are mad upon their idols. The word for mad in Edamon online is disordered in intellect, demented, crazy, insane, out of one's mind.
So they gonna be bugging the fuck out.
Psychotic.
Continuing on verse 39, it says, "Therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein, and it shall no more be inhabited forever."
Yeah, because America is not gonna no longer be no great kingdom. Right? America is not gonna be no great empire, no authority, none of that shit. So all the desert creatures, all the animals and stuff gonna inhabit here.
It says, "It shall no more be inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation."
Yeah, for long periods of time.
as the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, because of their rampant, homosexuality and lewdness, which all of that is, done here in this place, man. This is Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0, man.
It's supposed to do that.
They put homosexuality on a high level here in this society, man. It says, as the Most High overthrew Sodom.
I was just thinking about.
Yeah.
As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Because when you look at the ancient ruins of Sodom and Gomorrah, I seen a documentary a while back. It's still to this day ain't inhabited. You can see the outline of the cities. They actually did an excavation where they dug out the sulfur stones and tested it, and it's still tested up to what 97% proof. And they say you can't find that nowhere on Earth. Even in volcano eruptions, you ain't gonna find that level of sulfur on the Earth, man. So that was a heavenly divine judgment that happened on Sodom and Gomorrah. So it's gonna happen here.
Same thing with Pompeii.
Yeah, that's the first and only time that's ever happened in history.
You still got a lot of those. It was so devastating that you still got the surface. You still got people frozen in the time.
Yep.
Yeah, I was saying the shadows burned on the ground. The Lord is the greatest rapper of all time. He spit hot fire. Slack.
Lots of walk out here with that fire.
She's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 41. Fire and hail and flying swords, and many waters, and all fields may be full, and all
She didn't
rivers.
get hit with the fire. I just want to say that.
No, she ain't good.
Okay. So it's a lot.
But seeing
So he
that,
turned her into a pillar of salt.
yeah.
Pillar of salt because of that vibration of it. And the heat from it, now we're made of water, right?
Yeah.
So that heat from that dried our whole body and evaporated.
Just like Pompeii.
That's what happened.
Because as long as she didn't see it, like, turn away, like, the heat was
She
going.
turned and seen it, but that happened because she wasn't supposed to turn back. But if you right there, that heat from it actually dried her body from the inside out.
Well, she could have stopped and was walking back towards Sodom.
It says, and they shall break down the cities and walls and mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows and their corn. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid. So the fire and the hail, which are the flying swords, the nuclear missiles, are gonna beat down everything in existence, man. Everything's gonna be beaten and grounded to powder.
Cleansed.
It says, they shall come to her and besiege her, and the star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and the smoke go up unto the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her, meaning the other nations. And they that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear. That's it. Oh. Yeah, I'm stop there.
So 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 6, and it reads.
Still go back to that Revelation 18 too. When you mentioned that scripture, you mentioned Sodom and Gomorrah, right? That's a precept to go.
2 Peter chapter 2, verse 6, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes.
Ashes, man. All right, y'all. Hey, this place basically the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Look at all the homosexuality that's going on in this motherfucker. All right.
See the
It says, ashes condemn them with an overthrow.
Ash to
Overthrow. So the Lord finna overthrow this place, man, with fire.
ashes, to ashes, dust to dust.
That's it. This is for my homies and shit.
It's gonna be an offering, all right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an
Great
offering.
sacrifice in Bosra.
Well, didn't it say it
It's
offering?
gonna be a sacrifice in Basra.
Yep.
Get that.
Beautiful.
This is that sacrifice in Basra. America is the altar.
It's like a perfect. It's a perfect sacrifice because of how wicked it is. It's like perfection and wickedness.
Like lawyer said, man.
Perfect
Lawyer,
sacrifice.
He said the Lord finna make a sacrifice out of this place.
It says, making them an example unto those after, into those that after should live ungodly.
So what makes you think the Lord ain't gonna destroy America? He's gonna make an example out of America.
Right. Well, he made an example out of Sodom and Egypt.
Sodom and
They
Egypt,
put it in
yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
To this day. To this day.
There's more?
There's some more.
Verse 7. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Yep.
Like
Like we are
the-
today, we back with the filthy conversation of the wicked. These rainbow people, I ain't even gonna call them that because the rainbow established a promise. You know, that was a promise established. So the LGBTQ XYZ.
It's almost like they're using it. They using the sign to really
It's a slap in the Lord's face.
no, it's a slap in their own face. They just mark themselves.
Really,
Right.
it's a slap in their face because they're using the rainbow for on some demonic shit. But that rainbow was a sign to not destroy the place of water, but it's going to be destroyed with fire.
So it's
So
like,
it's really a mark. That's a stamp.
wow,
It's
wow,
a
that's
stamp
heavy,
on
bro.
this place.
That's heavy. That's
That's a
heavy.
stamp.
That's heavy. You can't mind. Hey, that's why the scriptures say. The scriptures say.
Got it. Yeah. So this is the stamp on this place, man.
That's right, the corner window.
Yes.
Verse 8. For that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds.
Get tired of hearing about this faction.
Conversation of the wicked is irksome.
Because you know that's the number one weapon that they're using against us now. Amongst other things.
It says the Lord, verse 9, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
The just is gonna burn the unjust.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the Lord is not mocked.
Exactly.
That which a man sowed, that's what shall he also reap. So, yeah, Galatians 6 and 7. So the Lord is actually mocking these heterophobes. If I, heterophobe, but these the LGBT clan. Is there more?
Yep.
Verse 10, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanliness, and despise government. It says, presumptuous are they, self-willed, they are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Whereas,
Speaking evil towards the men of the Lord, prophets.
Okay.
it says, whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusation against them before the Lord. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that are that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness.
Right.
As they that count it pleasure to riot in the day, in the daytime.
That's it. Somebody go back to Revelation 18.
Still got the sacrifice of God.
Get the sacrifice of God.
This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 6. Matter of fact, Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. It says, come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world. That all things and come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Yep, that's going to be from the Third World War.
It says, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. That's the mushroom cloud. That's gonna be the effect of the shockwave. It says, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
I eat them.
Yep. Wouldn't want to be
Some
him.
people got a problem with breaking that down, right?
And upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats. With the
See,
fat.
that's what you need for your sacrifice,
Yeah,
the
goats.
prep.
Yep.
You know, hey, the Lord, the prep got these people nice and fat for his for that sacrifice.
With the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra.
And Basra is one of the main key cities in
Idumea.
Idumea. Or what's the name of their land? Not Sair, is it?
Yes, Mount
It's
Seir.
Mount Sair. So that's one of their capital cities. You got it.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls. And their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness.
Yeah.
For it is the day of the Lord vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
Yep, the controversy of Zion, man. So the Lord is going to make that ultimate sacrifice for what? For our sakes. That's why all these things are happening. So the Lord go above and beyond. You see? He'll go above and beyond for his people, for his lady, for his woman. You know, I was just watching a movie called Monsters. He put everything on the line, you know, to go see his lady. You know, all these monsters that were eating humans and stuff.
Are the kids moving?
Huh?
Kids moving?
No. It's called Monsters, some shit. It's fairly new. Not Monsters Inc. No, hell no. I ain't talking about
Hey,
that.
it's like the Lord said He's going to gather all nations in the valley of Jerusalem.
Yep, we just read that.
To plead there with them for Israel's sake.
Precept, line back up to what you brought out concerning Basra being destroyed, as well as the gathering of the nations for that battle rising against her. World War III. This is Jeremiah chapter 49, starting at verse 12. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk it."
Yeah, that cup, all right, is the is wrath. Okay, that cup is what post-slavery. You know, all the different measures that Esau put into play, all the policies that they call it. What they call it? Something racism. Systemic racism. You know, them forwarding our affliction. Them bringing all these different agendas up. You know, we weren't supposed to drink of that cup, but seeing that Esau hated his brother perpetually, all right, you know, he did all these evil things towards us. You know, set up, gave women's rights, and really he didn't give them rights. He just made them not play their role and not respect the family structure. You know, not only that, but Jim Crow and all these different laws that they set up afterwards. All right, welfare, all of these things that strategically, was produced so that we wouldn't thrive and we'd be deprived as a nation of people. And so we wouldn't have no morals, so we wouldn't have a family structure. Then the prison industrial complex, then the poison in the food, poison in the water, and then the pseudo philosophies, entertainment. All right, Jake selling out for money and all that stuff. You know, So it gets really deep. But it's like,
Well, you know, the scriptures, I believe somewhere in Psalms, talk about how the Lord has a cup in his hand, you know, and it's,
yeah,
which pretty much goes to the curses,
right.
you know. And pretty much he gave that cup to Esau to give to us as, you know, he used the devil to pretty much put the curses on us, you know.
Right.
So, but they speak about how they got to drink that cup. you know.
Right, right.
It's gonna be
Well, that's
transferred to
Lamentations. Lamentations 4:21. And then another one is Jeremiah. Well, you in Jeremiah 49, right? Okay, you got it.
Jeremiah 49:12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk it. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Right, Esau. See, he think he's gonna get away scot-free. Nope. Them transgressors follow your ass.
Yeah.
Even to the afterlife, Nick. Go ahead, you got it.
You read what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
It says, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
So you can't escape. You know, all that running you're trying to do throughout history, trying to paint yourself as other nations, you know, try to dodge the fact that you're an Edomite, you know, that you're the son of perdition.
Right. He
You know,
gonna
trying to
drink
go-
it.
Nah.
And the scripture says,
Dregs.
yeah, he gonna drink the dregs, but it's like unfiltered or something like that.
Yeah.
He gonna make him drink the whole cup.
Yeah.
So that 1,000 years, man, you gonna get. That's what it means. Hardcore slavery, man.
Yeah.
You gonna get everything that you wrought and that you brought upon the world of Israel.
They're gonna be long dog days too.
It say,
See how my back hurt? My back hurting right now.
Back
It said reward unto her double.
Yep.
She's going to get a double recompense.
Hurt. They gonna be hurt, and they gonna know all their transgressions.
Verse 13, Jeremiah 49:13. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall be a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste. I got the definition for that word perpetual in the Strong's H
Everlasting.
5768. It says Olam.
Ilam or Ilam,
Okay.
which it's like forever.
It says a long duration. It says continuous existence, perpetual, everlasting, indefinite, unending future, eternity.
Ending future.
Unending future. That's a lesson. Your unending future.
It's gonna feel like it's never gonna end.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you can,
Real quick, hey, you mentioned they could be cursed. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. It says, and the Lord, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. You know, so everything is going to be reversed. All the slavery, all the pain that you put upon us.
All those curses in Deuteronomy 28 from verse 15 all the way to 68. And in Joel 3, we didn't go into it, but it says that their sons shall be sold. Their sons gonna be sold. Their sons gonna be put on ships. You see? And sold to the highest bidder. You know? We gonna buy Edomites off the auction block. You see? But it's gonna be times two. And see, they didn't just put us on the auction blocks and sell us. They went to us and let me see, measured our certain parts of our bowels. A strong Edomite. We're gonna be doing all that shit. Oh, it's strong. Look at him. Brain, head big as hell. We're gonna use that brain.
This is Sirach 41:5. It says, the children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish.
Uh-oh, their inheritance. What do they inherit? The world, right? That's gonna perish.
And their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach.
Meaning their children.
Yeah.
Their children gonna have a perpetual reproach. That's when these Edomites walk by and they hear us speaking and prophesying, and they can't bear it. The scripture said we're grievous to behold. I had that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. We're grievous to behold. You know, so it's grievous to them. You know, that reproach is grievous. Hey, damn, we gotta hear about slavery. Oh, get over it. You know, oh, they feel all. I'm telling you, it's shameful. It's shameful.
That wasn't me. That was my forefathers.
Yeah, it's
They
shameful.
always say that shit.
Yep.
It says, the children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Yeah, they looking bad. You got Edomites like, damn, they at the colleges, professors, like they gotta spill the beans. They gotta look at all their colleagues like, damn, I got a choice to make. And then they gotta, hey, you know, my bad, go ahead.
It says, woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High Power. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction.
See, that's all.
And if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse.
That's right. See, and they're gonna wake up.
They gonna wake up.
They're gonna wake up in the kingdom of heaven.
Heard.
So you're gonna ask Father Abraham.
Right. Please dip the water. I mean, the water.
He gonna
finger
say-
water in the cool of my tongue.
That damn this shit. He gonna say, can Jacob? What did he say? Could Lazarus do it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Lazarus, yep.
What?
I
Are
am
you
tormented
insane?
in this flame.
God.
Yep.
Are you insane, bro?
They're talking about slavery.
Yeah. That's the affliction.
God.
You know, a flavor, boy. Because affliction is synonymous with that flame.
It says, and if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse. And if ye die, a curse shall be your portion.
See, now Esau knows this. That's why he's trying to live forever.
God.
That's why he has this pseudo way of living. Okay? That's why he's trying to go around the way of living. That's why he that altar carbon. Okay? So he gonna wake up to a curse, wake up into slavery. Okay?
Transcendence.
That's transcendence. Man versus machine, singularity. They're trying to live forever. All right, well, the scripture, what is it? Psalms 49 and 11. The inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, because they don't want to wake up into slavery. Because see, these devils know that they have a great judgment coming. They got a great judgment coming. They can feel it in their spirit.
Yeah.
And when they see these people who they know, see, Esau knows that they did horrible things to these people right here. Maybe the little peons, hell, even some of the little social studies teachers, and they know what the fuck going on. Some of them, some college teachers, history majors, or them people, they know what has happened to certain things. You got these older Edomite, middle-aged white women who traveled the world. They done seen these people at the bottom. You know,
Everywhere.
They know the
Everywhere.
reproach. They know our reproach.
They know what's happened to these
Yeah.
people, man. You know, they know certain shit that we may not know that has happened to these people. So when they see these people standing up and in unity together, saying this is what you did to our foreparents and our people, oh, they're being they're in fear.
Well, Louis C.K., the comedian, said that. He said if I had a choice, I would choose white every time. Whenever he came back, he would choose to be white every time because they got the greatest of everything.
Yeah.
But he said, he said this shit ain't. He said basically we're not gonna be get away with it. He said because when it's our turn to get dealt that hand, I'm roughly paraphrasing what he said.
Yeah.
He said they gonna mess us up, and he know that was the spirit.
And they know.
Bro, they made to be slaves, bro.
They know that they see, that's the thing. Like, they know they ain't shit. They know that they wicked. They know that they evil. They know the history of their foreparents.
That's why they
It's just
complain about
pride.
it. Yeah, no.
Pride's a mother.
It says, woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High. Matter of fact, it's like it. Verse 10, it says, all that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again. So the ungodly shall go from a curse to destruction. It says, the mourning of men is about their bodies, but an ill name of sinners shall be blotted out.
You would never hear that in the Baptist church.
No.
You would never hear T.D. Jakes speak about this. That nigga tried to go into Exodus 12 yesterday. He tried to go into Amalek. He ain't bring nothing out. But you ain't gonna hear nothing of these scriptures and breaking it down the proper way in these churches, man. You see Vocab Malone gassing out. What's up, Vocab?
Run out of steam.
You know, we gassing out, man.
Nigga trying to figure out how he gonna get past that mandate.
He said,
Gassing out, man.
let me get some water.
You gotta catch up on his sleep.
It's too much for him, man. That's why we know the spirit is with us.
And then he watching everything that we saying. He been hovering around for fucking years, man.
Damn.
He been around for years just watching. And now he's seeing what the hell has been going on. What we've been saying is coming to pass. Gassing out, boy.
Shutting up now.
It says,
This ain't gonna stop. As much as you try to come against this, we gonna multiply, man. That's an Exodus.
right.
And that's what's been happening. Every time you try to oppress us and oppress us with the YouTube restrictions, with the different camps, I mean the different things that's coming on YouTube to come up against us, the news media, this, all that, that ain't doing shit but making us stronger, man. That ain't doing nothing but putting more fire up on us to know that we finna bring this bitch down, man. Alright?
Clint Eastwood looking on. Y'all got it.
This is a tombstone. This is Zechariah 2:8. It say, "For thus says the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you. For he that touched you, touched the apple of his eye."
See that? Meaning we are in the Lord's vision. We are in his eyesight. You touching his eyesight.
We that bad woman, that beautiful, gorgeous woman that he got his eye on. And he fell madly in love with us. See?
Like Django and his wife.
Then you touch. Oh, you marred my woman. Hey, in fact, in Egypt, they used to put like makeup full on the women on their whole bodies, because if you touch them, that's how the Pharaoh would know you touch his woman. You couldn't touch his woman.
Well, what this devil is finna try to, he's gonna try to rape the virgin.
Yeah, that's right. And we gonna scream out.
See? He's finna try to rape the virgin. And now the Lord is our husband.
Testify
So what you
against
think,
your ass.
what the fuck you think finna happen to somebody who's finna touch the Lord's wife, man?
That's like when you run up on a damsel.
That's what the chip is about.
Kind of like when you run up on a damsel that's betrothed and she scream out and you still try to take her, you know,
I know.
you give the punishment of death. The scripture say he have espoused us unto one husband.
That's it.
You know,
That's right.
In the microchip in Revelation 13, that's a brand, and that's a symbol like this is mine.
This is mine.
You know, so he's trying to literally steal us from the Lord.
He's trying to fuck us. He's trying to fuck us. They fuck us and they fuck us again.
Well, that damsel, she gonna testify. Which we go into the word testify is I not.
you screaming out right now.
Screaming. You gotta scream. One body.
Now, this is referring back to
They laying down looking
doing
slow.
vocab about, trying to take the truth. But this is Acts 5:38, and it reads, it says, "And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it."
Try it.